Clicking on the Property Management link from the menu will display all of your currently available properties that have been created in your account. To start a new transaction with a tenant, click on the available property address. Now click New Transaction. Then we'll select the tenant as the transaction type. Template documents can be added to your account and used for any new transaction you create. To select a template document, click Select Templates. To select an entire set of documents that have been organized by folders, click the checkbox next to the folder name. Individual documents can be selected or deselected separately. Now click Finish Selecting Documents. Before creating your transaction, take notice of the contacts for this transaction displayed below. Because we added the landlord contact information at the property level, it is now auto-completed to this transaction as Landlord 1. If additional contacts are needed, make sure to use the placeholders already existing in this section. If you do not see the contact you need and there is not a placeholder, use the New Contact link to add a new contact to this transaction only. When clicking on the Tenant 1 placeholder, use the appropriate boxes to add first, middle, and last name of the signer. If the contact will be signing for a company or trust, check the box to add the company name and the title for the signer. Adding contact information here will ensure that it auto-completes to any documents created under this transaction. Email addresses and phone numbers will also be readily available when needed. Once you've finished adding all of your documents and contacts, click Create Transaction. The documents have now been added under this tenant transaction for this property. To begin completing the documents, simply click the name of the one you want to begin filling out. Notice that the property address and the tenant names have auto-completed into the document, along with all of the interactive fields required to complete the document. Once the document has been filled out, make sure to click the Save button. Now close the tab to return to your account. When you're ready to email contracts for signature, start by either selecting an individual document or by checking the box in the header to select them all. Now click Compose Email to create your message and send your documents. Once in the email page, click the To section to select an email. Any contact who you've added a name and/or email address for will display in the drop-down. Any contact that you've entered two email addresses for example work and home, will show twice, so you have the option to select between them. If you've added a contact, but not an email address for that contact, they'll appear in red, alerting you that you're missing the email address for you to add by clicking. Email addresses for non-signers can be typed into the To section to receive a read-only version of the document. More than one email can be selected by returning to the drop-down. Use the section below to type the body of your email message, then click the Send button. When the signer receives the email, they'll see your message, as well as links to each document you've sent them to review. If two signers are using the same email address to receive messages and sign documents, they'll need to select their name first. Clicking the Next Field button will take the signer through any fields that have been assigned to them to fill out, initial, or sign. Once they've completed their assigned fields and they're ready to sign the document, they can click the Signature box or the Sign Now button. The signer will have the option to sign using a font signature, or to use their mouse or a touchscreen to draw their signature. The signer will then need to click Create Signature, then accept their signature. The signature they've chosen will then be embedded into the contract along with the signature date. Back in your account, the document will show as locked. Hovering over this lock will indicate who is signed with a timestamp. Under the Settings tab in your account, you can opt into receiving email notifications and/or text notifications for all signatures on your documents. Make sure that you've added an email address and a phone number to your profile.